In a quiet corner of the world, there was a woman who discovered a kind of happiness most people spend their whole lives chasing. But she found it in the simplest place of all. Her name was Mira, an elderly woman who lived in a tiny cottage where sunlight touched every wall and the wind hummed through the nearby fields. She had lived alone for many years, yet she carried a calm warmth that made her home feel alive. Her only companion was a plump little quail named Dory, whose feathers shimmered like dusted gold. Every sunrise, Dory would leave a single small egg on a patch of moss outside the kitchen door. Mira would lift it gently, smile, and whisper, "This is enough." She would cook half the egg for breakfast and save the other half for the evening. Life was simple, and her heart was steady. One morning, something unexpected happened. Dory laid 2 eggs. Mira froze for a moment, surprised. She thanked the quail, used 1 egg for herself, and took the other to a nearby stall where she traded it for a bit of grain and tea leaves. But the next morning, and the next, Dory kept giving 2 eggs, and soon the neighbors began to notice. Some urged Mira to sell both eggs daily. Others insisted she should buy more birds and start a business. A few said she was thinking too small, but Mira simply shook her head and said, "One is for me. One is for someone who might need it." Why was that idea so difficult for others to accept? Instead of selling, she quietly left eggs on doorsteps, handed them to children walking home, or offered them to workers who skipped meals to save money. People began calling her Egg Auntie, a name she accepted with a soft chuckle. Then one season, heavy storms arrived. Rain flooded fields, soaked grain stores, and pushed many families into hardship. Dory kept laying 2 eggs every day, and Mira had saved many in jars of brine and spice. She boiled the eggs, warmed a pot of tea, and went door to door offering food without asking for anything. One afternoon, several villagers gathered around her home. They asked, "Why didn't you try to earn more when you could? Why didn't you turn this into something bigger?" Mira set down the bowl in her hands and looked at them with gentle clarity. "What good is plenty?" she asked, "if we forget to care for one another?" She continued, "Joy doesn't come from collecting more. It comes from recognizing what's already in our hands and knowing when to share it." Dory fluttered beside her feet as though agreeing. Enough becomes abundance when we choose kindness. What we give away shapes the peace we keep. When we lift someone else, something inside us rises too. In that rising, we become richer than we imagine. If this story touched you, give this video a like and support Winds of Thought for more stories that steady the heart and quiet the noise.